MOZA Racing are building a nice lineup of sim racing steering wheels. These include a variety of formula style wheels such as the GS and FSR wheels, and it also includes a nice variety of round steering wheel rims, which can be used for a wider variety of racing such as rallying, drifting, road cars and more. Most recently, MOZA have just released their upgraded RS V2 wheel, and this takes the tried and tested formula from the original RS wheel and applies a variety of upgrades. The goal was, I presume, to make this steering wheel the class leading round sim racing steering wheel on the market. With a range of circular wheel rims now available, which MOZA steering wheel is right for you? In this video, I'm going to compare the RS V2 steering wheel with the much cheaper CS steering wheel. Each of these wheels offers a similar experience, but they both come with their own feature list and a different price tag. They're different enough in terms of budget and functionality to both stand alone, but it makes deciding which one to purchase a little bit tricky. I'm going to start by looking at the new MOZA RS V2 wheel, as this is the latest wheel that they've released. It takes the old RS steering wheel formula and adds a few nice improvements to turn it into this second iteration wheel. The main difference you'll see when comparing to the original is the change in push buttons. The older RS wheel featured really brightly coloured plastic buttons, which I was never a fan of. However, these have now been swapped out for the much classier all black buttons, and these new buttons also include RGB backlighting with individual LEDs behind each button. This change gives the wheel a much classier overall appearance and allows you to also customise the LED colour behind each individual button. This gives you much more personalisation of how the wheel looks during use. You can group certain buttons using the same coloured LED, or you can pick out individual buttons in a specific colour. You may want to set up your DRS button to green and your pit limiter button to red, for example. Moving on from the button change, this new RS V2 wheel also gets upgraded hand grips. The older version of the wheel came in Alcantara or Napa leather, but this new version is finished in genuine leather. And that's a pretty nice upgrade, especially as not many sim racing wheels on the market actually use genuine leather. Most use a synthetic replacement, and that allows this wheel to feel a little bit more premium than some other wheels in this price range. Another addition comes in the form of a wired connection at the rear, which just opens up a little bit of compatibility with the R5 wheelbase. Also, some of you might be sad to see that the funky horn in the middle is actually gone and been replaced by a new sheet of forged carbon fibre. Along with these changes, the wheel also features 2 rotary encoders, which both feel pretty good. There are 10 push buttons in total, which is more than you'll find on the CS wheel. A couple of joysticks, which allow you to navigate menus or look around your car. And then on the rear, there are 2 magnetic shifters, which both feel really nice to activate, and also 2 dual clutch paddles, which can be used to get a perfect start off the line. Or you can even use them as a throttle and brake if you don't have a pedal set. Overall, this is a pretty well packaged and nice looking premium round steering wheel. And to reflect that, the price of this wheel is around £500 or $470, 450 euros. So it certainly carries a pretty weighty price tag. But with all of the premium materials in use and all of the functionality, it may well be worth it. But there is another wheel in MOZA's lineup that offers a lot of the same functionality for a lot less. The CS steering wheel is MOZA's more budget-friendly option when it comes to circular wheel rims. It takes on a similar approach to the more expensive RS V2 wheel, but has a few features stripped out of it. On the front of the wheel there are fewer buttons, there's only 6 in total compared to 10 on the RS V2. You also don't get the same dual clutch paddles, but you do still get the magnetic shifters. There are a couple of rotary encoders on the front which are similar to the RS V2, although with a slightly different design, and I actually have to say I prefer the rotary encoders on this wheel than I do on the RS V2. And that's because the RS V2 encoders are made from plastic, where the encoders on the CS wheel actually feel a little bit more premium. Then there's the hand grips, which is wrapped in a microfiber leather rather than genuine, and you can certainly feel that when you compare them both side by side. The genuine leather of the RS V2 does feel a bit plusher and softer to grip, whereas the CS wheel and the microfiber leather is a little bit firmer. And then on the front of the wheel, you've got aluminium rather than carbon fibre, which doesn't quite look as nice. although the shifter paddles are still constructed using the same forged carbon fibre from the RS V2 wheel, which is a nice touch. The features that the CS wheel does offer are still pretty impressive given its price range. There are 2 magnetic shifters, 2 rotary encoders, 6 push buttons, and the classic Moza customizable LED rev bar. As you can see, a few features from the RS V2 have been stripped out, and some of the materials used in construction have been pared back a little bit. There's no genuine leather and there's less carbon fibre all around. But this allows the Moza CS steering wheel to sit at a much lower price point. This comes in at £270 or $280 or €300. So not quite, but it's not far off half price from the RS V2 wheel. So with both of these wheels kind of looked at, I'm hoping this video will help you make a relatively informed choice of which one's right for you. The Moza CS wheel offers a lot of the performance from the RS V2, but with a reduced feature set and slightly less impressive materials in use. While the RS V2 surpasses the original RS wheel to become the new top dog in Moza Racing's lineup. But the RS V2 does have improved features over the older wheel, and there's much higher quality materials in use, making it one of the nicest sim racing steering wheels within its price range. The decision in which one you potentially look at buying comes down to your overall budget and how important high quality materials are to you. When it comes to feature set, there isn't too much different. Yeah, you get some more push buttons on the RS V2 and a dual clutch paddle, but other than that, there isn't too much difference. I have both wheels here, and if I want a round wheel, I'd always reach for the RS V2 because it does feel nicer and offers that expanded functionality. But if I was making a decision on which one to purchase, I would probably lean towards the CS wheel. I almost don't think that the RS V2 is enough of a jump forwards or upwards to warrant doubling the price tag. But I'm going to leave the video there and let you guys make the decision. But whichever one you go for, both wheels are incredibly impressive and both offer a great sim racing experience. But until next time guys, I will see you on track.